Welcome, welcome, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Let's just hold on a minute, wait for a few people to hop on here. Hold on, hold on. Just going live without any notice whatsoever. Like always, flying by the seat of my pants. Unscripted, unedited, live. Hold on, hold on. Let's have the wife check and make sure we are live and make sure the volume is good. Sounds good to me. I can hear it in the background playing, and I'm sure you just heard it as well. All right, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Two Gringos on the Golf. My name is Darryle, here with my beautiful wife, Jennifer, who's about to hop in the shower. We are an hour ahead of you, likely, wherever you're watching from. So right now, it is 8 o'clock. So everywhere else we've lived in Mexico does not use the time change, the daylight savings, but here in Cancun, they do use the daylight savings time. In Merida, they don't. So we're an hour ahead of Merida. In the Yucatan, now we're ahead of, actually, I think we're 2 hours ahead from Oaxaca. So that kind of threw us for a loop when we first moved here. We were not expecting to be an hour ahead. We totally forgot about it. We knew that Cancun kept the daylight savings time, but we totally forgot about it. So when we were driving here for our first appointment, we thought we had an hour, and in reality, we had like 5-10 minutes. We were late anyway, as it was. So even if we would have been on time, we were late. So, oh well, no big deal. Everything worked out for the best. So we have really good internet here. We have fiber optics, which is fabulous. We're excited about that. The internet is actually quite fast here. I just uploaded a video, and it literally took like 10 minutes. So yeah, less than 10 minutes. By the time I finished typing in the description, not even the description, just the title, and then, went through the process of uploading it, was like 7 minutes, 8 minutes, and it was uploaded. So pretty excited about that. In Oaxaca City, that would have likely have taken, hey, Skeptical, welcome, welcome. Skeptical 59, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so in Oaxaca City, that would have likely taken like close to an hour. We're pretty excited to have fiber optic internet again. And we knew that moving here from Oaxaca, that the infrastructure is going to be better here. So that's another selling feature for us. So I just wanted to hop on here live, my friends, and give you a little update what's going on. So if you don't watch the live stream, well, you miss out on the update. You'll have to wait a month till we catch up on videos here. Because I got a lot of videos to drop from Oaxaca yet. So, but we'll be doing lives. We'll be doing our a lot of shorts. So we'll be doing live streams more often. We'll see if we can get into a routine. I am able to do live on location here now, so which is great. It was pretty spotty in Oaxaca. I did a live on location in Puerto Morelos. It's with an O. Puerto Morelos. I got to practice saying that. I might have practiced saying the name of the town I live in. So I did a live stream there, and I rewatched some of it, and yeah, it's fabulous. So great. If you haven't seen that live, go back and check it out. I did it not that long ago, a few days ago, and it turned out good. So just a short little live right in town of Puerto Morelos. This is a really nice little beach town. Yeah, we love the Caribbean too. And you know what I learned here? I spoke about it in the video. This is one of the only areas. So the guy told me at the beach anyway, the restaurant owner, that it has the break to keep the sargassum away, the seaweed. So that's fabulous. So I was like, well, the ocean looks pretty nice here. And then I could see when we walked out on the pier, you could see off in the distance that it had a break. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's cool. So then I just to clarify with him, asked him about it. He's like, yeah, it's to keep the sargassum away. So he said it doesn't work 100%, but seemed to be working good right now. So, and winter's rolling in. So the summer months are over. We're getting into fall now. So the sargassum is almost non-existent during the winter months. At least it used to be anyway, unless it's changed. I don't know, but it used to be pretty much non-existent. So there wasn't as much. So, and all the resorts clean it right away. So, but I know we were in Playa del Carmen when we first moved here with our friend Mandy, the realtor, and yeah, it was gross. There wasn't a lot of seaweed, but there was the water was gross. Like it stunk. It really stunk. It was really dark. It was almost looked black. So and it stunk something fierce. Hey, welcome. Caesar time. Well, I got a water, but Jen's she's had a beer here just a few minutes ago. Communist Canada. So Jen was just sucking back a beer a minute ago. So we've been loving our time here, man. We got a great deal on this house that we're in. Fabulous. It's a newer build. The house is only about 4 years old. It's got a beautiful kitchen. It's big for the size of the house. Like the kitchen's a nice size. I'm at a big, massive table here. You'll see I'm not going to move the camera around because everything's all set up, but there'll be a video coming out soon. So yeah, that's what I used to call it right there. So yeah, the house is quite big for a house. It's spacious for how small it actually is. So it's a standalone house. We have a little driveway out front. It's got 2 palm trees on either side of the car, right when I pull in. So it's just kind of cool. We are in a gated community, Pravada. So we like not that we feel we need to be in a gated community, that we're here for the safety. We like the amenities that the gated community offers. It's got a great big pool, which is a bonus. Most of them have gyms. This one does not have a gym. It has an outdoor gym. It's kind of rustic, but well, it's all metal, and I mean this is a newer area. The whole development is pretty new. So our house is 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom only, but we have a little backyard which is all walled in, so it's private, and then it's got a little bit of grass out there. The washing machine's outside, but it's also got a little patio out back too, where there's a table and chairs out back. It came with four patio chairs, 4 or 5, and a little table to sit out there on a tiled deck area, and then the grass. So it's quite nice actually. It's hotter than heck out there, but in the morning it'd be nice to sit out there and have coffee, or you sit out front and have coffee. It's got a little palapa roof out the door here, the front door. So just kind of nice. I think I do have some shorts on the house coming up. I think I got one made anyways, a couple minutes long. Maybe I'll drop it here in a day or two so you can check it out. Yeah, you know what? We've been we've been so lucky though with our rentals, man. I don't know. We've really lucky we left. Absolutely. We're not. I don't say luck. I mean, we're blessed to be here in Mexico. Luck really had nothing to do with it. It wasn't luck. It was. We're blessed to be here. You know, Jennifer's worked hard to get us here. I mean, I've worked hard my whole life, like all you guys, I'm sure, right? I've worked since I was 14 years old. I was blessed enough to retire when I turned 54 when we moved here. You know, I don't really consider that lucky. I consider that blessed. And yeah, so we're blessed to be here, and we're really happy to be here in the Caribbean now, finally. So, as many of you know, we've traveled all up and down the Caribbean from one end to the other. We know this side of Mexico really well. And I had a friend living in Merida. He's like, oh, come to Merida. I'm not going to get through the whole spiel. But years ago, if you guys have watched my videos, you know the story anyway. So I won't get into the whole spiel. But years ago, Jennifer and we stayed at El Cid, a resort here. And we're like, oh man, this is such a nice little quiet beach town. So it's like Puerto Morelos is right in between Cancun and Playa del Carmen. So you have Cancun to the north, and you have Playa del Carmen a little bit further south. So we're basically smack dab in the middle. It's a half hour to drive to Playa del Carmen, a half hour to drive to Cancun, and it's a nice little fishing village. It actually reminds me of Chicxulub, other than you have the Caribbean, not the Gulf of Mexico. So yeah, and when we were here visiting, we're just like, man, this would be such a beautiful place to retire in. And this was like, I'm talking like 10, 11 years ago. It was just a pipe dream back then. Like we never even, we figured, eventually, maybe, hopefully, pray to Jesus, we'll get to retire in Mexico. But we met this lady that owned a bookstore, and she was from Canada in Puerto Morelos. And we got talking to her, and yeah, we just fell in love with the little beach town. And then we were looking here, we were actually looking in Cancun, and we stayed in Cancun for a week in the Airbnb. I did some shorts on that and everything. So if you haven't seen that, you can go back and check out the shorts. If you don't watch them, well, you should start watching shorts, man. They're fun. And they're only like 20, 30, 40 seconds long. So anyway, so we get to Cancun, and we're looking around and at the rental properties. I'm like, oh my God, the traffic here is just insane. It's so busy. Like, it was super, super busy with traffic. And now we love Cancun, we do, but realistically for us, what we like for biking and everything, and we really got used of a small beach town living in Huatuco and Chicxulub. And the places we lived here have all been small, other than when we were in Jalapa and Oaxaca City. But as far as the beach towns go, it's always been a small beach town. And we really like that. We really do. Like, we love the amenities that the city offers. So that's why this is really kind of the sweet spot, because if you've ever been here, Playa del Carmen is quite busy. It's a fair sized town. Like, it's a small city. Like, there's 2 Walmarts there, you know. It's a fair sized place, and it's busy. And all the tourists go to Playa del Carmen and Cancun. Cancun's even busier, obviously, but Playa del Carmen is super, super busy, right? Hey, Tracy, welcome from Alberta. Awesome. Well, that's where we're from. I'm from northern Manitoba originally, but we moved here from Edmonton, Alberta. So welcome. Thanks for hopping on. Really appreciate it. Yeah. So when we figured how busy it was over there, we're like, you know what? Let's look in Playa del Carmen and Puerto Morelos. Let's go check out that area. And it's cheaper here too. And we knew that when we were looking around in Cancun. So we found some pretty decent places in Cancun. Like, wow, some nice places, very modern, and the price was not all that bad. Like, you could get into a high rise with a man-made lagoon over there for like 17,000 pesos, which really is not that bad, especially if you're coming from the USA and making the gringo dollars. Like, Canadian dollar, our monopoly money, not so much, but if you're making the gringo dollars, or if you're just snowbirding here, and it's absolutely amazing. Like, the prices, it's cheaper here than in Merida. It really is. For your bang for your buck, it's cheaper here, and it's way cheaper than Huatuco, way cheaper. So this place here, we're paying 13,500 pesos, which is about a thousand Canadian dollars. So that's a pretty good deal, man. The pool is huge. It's a nice, big, massive pool, a shared pool that I don't have to clean. So I'm pretty excited about that. Me and Jen have been going to the pool every day. So I'm just going to back up a little bit. But before we moved into this place, we were in Cancun for a week, and then we found this place. We're like, well, we decided on this place. We looked in Playa del Carmen and a bunch of places there, and we looked at a bunch of places in Cancun, and we only looked at a few places here with one realtor. And this one here was one of the first places that she sent me. And I'm like, oh my God, that's such a cute little house. It has solar as well. We have solar panels. So the AC is right up there blowing on me, and it feels so refreshing. I don't have the AC going. I actually have it on dry. We use the dry quite a bit versus the AC. The dry is enough for us. Like we want to stay climatized, so we don't run the AC a lot. We've been using the dry. A friend of us showed us that little trick. So the AC is not good for you anyway. So the dry for us works just fine. And that way we're still climatized when we go outside. We're not, if you're going to sit in AC all day and then go outside to the 32, 33 degrees sun blaring down on you and the real feel of 35, Celsius, 36. I mean, that's not good for you, man. So we've been trying to stay climatized the last 4 years we live here. So we don't hardly run the AC at all. We use that dry. So anyway, so enough about that. Just like a squirrel, eh? So we look at this place and they're like, well, you can have it, but you can't move in until Friday. And I think it was on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday, Friday or Saturday. So we couldn't move in for like a week. And it was a long weekend as well because it was Independence weekend. So they had Tuesday off. So it was a 4-day weekend here in Mexico that just passed, right, for Mexico's Independence Day. And like, okay, whatever. So we had to check out of our Airbnb on Sunday. So I'm like, let's see if there's an Airbnb over here in Puerto Morelos at this compound that we're living in at the complex. Sure enough, there was. So and it wasn't that expensive either. It was pretty reasonably priced. So we booked this Airbnb in this same complex that we're living in. So we were using the pool in this, it's got 2 entrances. Well, there's 3 actually. It's quite a big area. It's quite big. It's pretty massive. So there's 3 separate entrances to get into this complex. And we were in the middle one. So you're going through, a gated area, right? With a guard, right? Or guards. The one in the middle of where we were with the Airbnb has 2 guards in there. So anyway, we're over there for a week before we move into here, which was great. So we got to use the facilities. We got to live on the grounds and, check it all out. Nice little apartment too. It was really nice, very spacious, very similar to this little house that we're living in. Very similar, very, very similar. Kitchen was the same layout, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, very similar, same layout. Obviously decorated different furniture. We got a smaller TV in here. The fridge is a little bit smaller here, but it's all new though, so I'm not complaining. It's really nice actually. We really like it. So it worked out great. So we stayed over there at the Airbnb. I didn't have far to move my stuff when it was finally move-in day. I literally moved my stuff like 100 yards, like out one gated area and then down the street about half a block and into another gated area. It was really good. Hey, thanks, Keith. Thanks for hopping on. Yeah, well, we haven't had very good internet, so I didn't want to bother doing shitty live streams. So, and like I said earlier, we got fiber optics here, so the internet's pretty fast. I just uploaded a video for tomorrow. It is a biking video. Sorry for you guys that don't like the biking videos, but it's a biking video. It's a pretty good video, though. I thought it was good anyway. Of course, I would think it's good. We went to some waterfalls. It was pretty epic. That drops tomorrow. It's a longer one. I wanted to keep it live and raw. There's a little bit of swearing in there. It was pretty hectic. I had to carry my mountain bike through some creeks and rivers, and yeah, it was a fun time though. It was a fun time. Yeah, I just got tired of shooting the poop. Yeah. No, not at all. I miss doing the live streams, man. Even if there's only 3, 4, 2 people on here listening to me ramble on, I don't care. I miss doing them, so I'm happy to be back doing them. I think the live streams are a lot of fun, and it's a good way to interact with everybody and keep you guys up to date of what's going on, and you get to see the real me. This is it, man, with my glasses and bald head and the whole 9 yards. Yeah, the real deal. Always trying to keep it real here, man, as real as possible. I don't know. I hope Jennifer will retire soon. She's kind of in between jobs right now, so her contract ended. So she's taking some time off right now. So Jennifer is on an extended holiday. So thank God for that. She works really hard and deserves a holiday. We've been going to the pool every day. I'm actually going to look for work myself here. I think we're going to both buckle down so Jennifer can work part-time and I can work part-time, and we can both enjoy this lifestyle instead of just me enjoying it to the fullest. That's kind of the plan right now that we're somewhere where we have good internet, and we're going to stay here for a while, guys. So this is it, man. We're going to stay here. This is our dream, man, to live here in the Caribbean and in this little beach town. Like I said, years ago when we came here, we fell in love with Puerto Morelos, and we're just like, wow, it's such a nice little beach town. We really like it. We're about 15 minutes from the beach, so we're across the highway from the beach, so which is okay. I mean, I just ordered some e-bikes. Actually, my payment got declined. So I think because of the amount of money it was. So I got some e-bikes coming. We just have to phone the bank and get them to put it through because it's because of how much money it is. They're like, oh, it got flagged, right? Safety, security, right? All for your safety. You can't spend that much money. It was like $1,000 each for these bikes. They're a fold-up Honeywell e-bikes, kind of a brand here they sell in Mexico. So it should be fun. I'm looking forward to getting them. I've seen them around. They got the bigger tires. They fold up. We can pack them up, take them with us. They go like 40 kilometers an hour. So they whip pretty good, I guess. So it should be a lot of fun. So yeah, exactly. Stop spending your own money. Heaven forbid you spend your own money. So yeah, we just got the email. I was very disappointed. I'm like, what? Why am I getting my e-bikes? What the heck? And it's Sunday, so I'll have to phone them tomorrow. So phone the bank and get the bank to be like, yeah, put it through. It's okay. It was us. We want these bikes. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, exactly. So pain in the ass anyway. We got a phone there and get it put through because I would have had them. I got a friend coming from Canada. He's another YouTuber, loves loud cars, and he arrives on the 3rd of October. I'm going to pick him up from the airport here, and yeah, they were supposed to arrive. What the hell is it there? Yeah, they were supposed to arrive the 3rd or the 2nd. No, the 2nd. Sorry. Yeah, they were supposed to arrive the 2nd. Now it's probably going to be delayed a day. So, because I said to Nathan, I said, oh, thank God you're coming. Just a perfect time. You can help me put together these e-bikes when they get here because they're not going to be fully assembled. So, and he's got a YouTube channel there. He's from the Peace Country. I talk about Nathan lots. Loves loud cars. You can check him out. Loves loud cars. He's got a pretty good channel. So he uploads a lot of short videos. So normally, Tracy, we go to the small little markets. We don't support Costco or Walmart or any of the big box stores anymore. If we do go to a box store, it's going to be a Mexican box store. So we'll go to Soriana's, or there's a Chedraui here, which is a pretty good grocery store, very common. A lot of people shop there. I like going there. It's usually clean. They got a good selection of meat and vegetables. They have a lot of imported stuff in there as well. But it's a Mexican chain, not restaurant, sorry, grocery store. Did I say restaurant? I meant grocery store. So yeah, we normally shop at places like that. So, and then we'll go to the local butcher, the lady that sells chicken. It's usually separate, beef and pork, and the chicken is always separate. So we'll find a chicken place, pollo, to go get some pollo and some carne, some beef. So that's usually what we do. And then, like I say, for like our first trip here, we went to Chedraui and bought a lot of stuff because it's just one-stop shop. And when we first get to a town, you don't know where everything is, right? So you just, do the easy thing, go to the grocery store. But we go to a Mexican chain grocery store. I'm not supporting Costco or Walmart, or I support Amazon. That's enough. So I can't get away from Amazon. So, but Costco and Walmart, they don't need my money, so we don't go there. So, yeah, you guys are both from Edmonton. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah. Yeah, we stopped going to Costco years ago too. Yeah. Yeah. He said, "Oh, get off of there." Jennifer's in the bedroom. They're on her phone. You never mind. Yeah, we just spent a crap load of money today because we're going to stay here for a while. So I bought a computer desk and I bought a chair. Got all this crap coming, so might as well be comfortable, right? I'm like these are nice chairs, but they're just plastic. Like the chair I'm sitting in, it's like a chair that should be outside. It's a nice heavy duty chair, but it's all plastic. Like that's what we have. And this table is massive. There's eight chairs around this table. It's a massive table, massive. There's 8 chairs around it. So and there's tons of room, tons. There's 3 chairs on this side, and then 2 on each end, and 3 on the other side. And it's like, yeah, this section that I'm in. So it's a massive table. It's really big. I got the leaf in it right now because the lady was showing me how big it's one of those ones where the leaf is underneath and it folds out like this to put it away, and then it rolls back underneath. So it's a pretty cool table. It's high end. High end. It's all nice stuff here though. Like you say, these chairs are nice. And I understand why it's going plastic because it's so hot and humid here, right? So it's these will last forever, right? But they're not comfortable to sit in for a long, long period of time. So when you're doing stuff on the computer and video editing and working and whatnot. So anyway, I got a computer chair coming. I got a desk coming. There is AC in every room in this house, which we are excited about. So very excited about AC in every room. And the thing that's a huge seller about this house is it has solar panels. Solar. We have solar, so we're never going to have a huge bill. The lady said the bill is usually like 80 pesos, and that's running the AC quite a bit. And like I say, we don't use the AC that much. We keep it on dry. But once in a while, we'll put it on if it's really hot. I'm sure next summer we'll be using it a bit. Come in from being outside, put it on for a few minutes just to cool the house down, quickly, and then put it back on dry again. But if you're going to live here and move here, I highly recommend you do that. Just keep yourself climatized. That AC is not good for you anyway, right? That's what makes you sick. So, and then, like I said, you're just going to suffer when you go outside, right? You know, yeah, it's the Amazon is. I mean, it's convenient, right? And a lot of time you can't find stuff. So instead of driving around, especially here in Mexico, it's sometimes it's just to find stuff is just it's hard to do. You spend a lot of time looking for it, and not everything's marked. And driving anywhere is a pain in the butt. You know. So yeah, Amazon is just and it's you're done and you've ordered it. And here, a lot of times, stuff like that is cheaper on Amazon anyway. Like for example, the pump is gone in here for the water pump was gone. That was another thing. They said, oh, well, I turned to when we were looking at this house, like there's no pressure. The pressure sucks. And they're like, oh, okay. Well, there's a pump, and then they checked it, and well, the pump was burnt out or something. So they've ordered a pump on Amazon, and it hasn't come yet. Well, they probably ordered it from Amazon because it was cheaper than going to the hardware store, you know. So a lot of times stuff like that can be cheaper here. Let's go into the comments here. Yeah, AC, yay, AC. I just want to tell you guys that we miss little CC every day. I think about my little boy every day. A day doesn't go by that I'm not thinking about my little CC boy. So yeah, it's been pretty rough. It really has. So yeah, back home we had central air too, but here in Mexico they use these mini splits, right? So yeah, back home we had central air in Edmonton, and it was nice. One of the first houses I had that had central air was when we lived in Lago Lindo, Lago Lindo area, the Lake District. So, but this solar panels here is going to be, that's a game changer. Power can be expensive here when you're running the AC all the time, right? Yeah, my friend was just saying that it was been really nice up in the Peace Country, Nathan, and actually, well, Christopher too. He lives just outside of Edmonton, not far from Spruce Grove, where my mom lives. He said it's been pretty nice lately. So I think Nathan was saying it was getting cloudy and rainy today, though. Yeah, yeah, I heard the smoke has been bad too. Yeah, he was telling me that too, my friend. So yeah, yeah. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, I love Chitarawi. It's a nice store. Like I say, they have a lot of they have a lot of import stuff. So yeah, we made it the hard decision to put CC down when we were in Huatuco. So he was starting to suffer, and we didn't want him to suffer. So we made the really tough. It was the hardest decision I ever made in my life. Like we've had him since he was 16 years old. So yeah, we made the decision to put little CC down. It was very hard. As I said, it was hard. I wanted to reverse it right after we did it. So the vet came to the house and did it at our house, and it was he went very peacefully. So he gave him a needle and more or less put him to sleep. And then we laid him in his little bed. And, yeah, he went very peacefully. Yeah, I don't recommend using the AC. Just 1 second, guys. I gotta get that Kleenex. Yeah, we learned our lesson with the AC in Progresso when we lived there. So it was we had a we had a few big bills, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, my friend said that the smoke was really bad again this year. So that's one thing we've never experienced here, other than in Oaxaca City. The air quality wasn't that great there. Yeah, thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Really do. It's been really hard, but we're we know it was for the best. Deep down in my heart, I know it was for the best. It was the right decision. So there was one day he just went into the bathroom late at night at like 11 o'clock at night. It was pitch dark, and we're in bed. And usually he sleeps in bed with us. And he just went into the bathroom and started shaking. And at nighttime, like he should have been in bed sleeping with us. And he had dementia, right? So his dementia was starting to get bad. He was biting us quite a bit. So I think he was in pain too. Like whenever, a lot of times when we pick him up, he would bite us. So he didn't want to be picked up. We couldn't even pick him up and put him in his little pouch a lot of times because he'd attack us. At night, he attacked us in bed. Even there was times where he was attacking us in bed for like basically no reason. So yeah, he was suffering. So, and Jen wanted to put him down a year ago, but I kept saying no because I just lost my dad. So I wasn't ready to lose my dog. So, but anyway, let's get back to happier thoughts. He's in a better place, and we know that. So, and we think about him every day. So, and we do miss him dearly. So, but we're really happy to be here, man. We really are. We really are. We love it here. This is a dream to live here in the Caribbean. We just went to Playa del Carmen today and we did some shopping there. Well, we were kind of looking for desks and that. We were comparing prices, like there was little stuff that you need when you move in, right? So like we wanted to check out and see how much a desk, what were there for a computer desk and different things, there's a Home Depot there. We went there. Oh my God, Home Depot was like, we bought some 3M strips from Home Depot and then we left. Everything was just so expensive. So let's get the hell out of here. So, and we left home early this morning because we wanted to beat the traffic. So the coastal highway here that runs between Cancun and Playa del Carmen is absolutely crazy. Like you'll see, guys, I'm going to do some videos. We have the car, right? So, I'm going to do some videos and show you that highway, what it's like. It's nuts, man. They just fly down that highway, and there's a lot of accidents, bad accidents. There was 5 people that were killed on the long weekend here not too long ago, and there was another accident. There's people killed on it. It kind of reminds me of the Fort McMurray highway, like the highway of death. So it's really bad, and they fly down that highway. So today wasn't bad. We left Sunday. Sunday was early in the morning. I wanted to get away at 7. We did go to Walmart today because we were, like I said, looking for desks and seeing what the prices of the computer chairs were. It was all cheaper online, so we didn't buy anything. So anyway, yeah, that's crazy highway. Crazy highway. Yeah, it really is. Yeah. We're happy to be here. I'll tell you that. Yeah, especially with winter around the corner. I'll tell you, man, I don't miss winter. I miss trapping with my brother-in-law and going out and doing, the winter stuff. But I don't miss winter. I don't miss the snow. I don't miss any of that. I don't. We go to the pool. Every day is a nice sunny day, and even when it's not sunny, it's still a nice day. It's so warm. It's like 20, 27, 28, especially here at these beach towns, right? I mean, obviously in Oaxaca City, it got a little bit cooler, but it's still every day is a nice day. I always just tell whenever someone says anything about the weather, I'm like, well, at least it's not snowing. There's no snow, so you don't have to shovel snow. You don't have to clean your car off. So we're at Walmart. An older guy comes up with his what do you call it? The shopping cart, and he's got it full of all the wash stuff. He's got like a pail in there and everything. He's like, "Oh, wash your car." I was like, "Well, I don't know." And I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? Sure, go for it." So he washed my car for like 150 pesos, and he did an amazing job. So we were out, and we left the car at Walmart, and we walked into town. So kind of a trick my friend showed me, just go to Walmart because they charge you for parking in Playa del Carmen if you go close to the beach. So anyway, he washed my car for like 150 pesos. So like $11, 11.20, whatever it is, right? Depending on the exchange, $11. He washed my car, and he did an amazing job. So yeah, I'm not complaining. A little bit expensive. We were getting it done for like 80, 90 pesos. Well, about 100, 110 with tip or whatever, but inflation everywhere. But at 150 pesos, I'm like, yeah, give her. Yeah, Edmonton's got long winters, right? Yeah. Those people that live in even Calgary, the winters are shorter. Yeah, Edmonton has long ass winters. Like my sister, where she lives, long ass winter. So yeah, we love it here. I'm like, we love living in Mexico, man. We really do. Even up in the mountains, it's still really nice. It's still really, really nice. Yeah. And even when it does rain, it's a warm rain anyway, so whatever. Better than snow. Yeah, the southern Alberta is not as bad, right? Well, any of the southern provinces, anywhere south, southern Manitoba, same, southern British Columbia, southern Ontario, anywhere south of Edmonton is better. Edmonton winters are freaking brutal. Yeah, it's like up in northern Manitoba where my sister lives. So I'm hoping they're going to come right away too. I'm hoping they come this winter. My friend Christopher is coming as well, so I suspect we'll get some visitors here as well. My friend Nathan, he's already booked to come. Loves Loud Cars from YouTube. He's coming in a couple weeks here. We got to go to Merida and do our finish up our residency, guys. So that's everything that's happening here. We got to go to Merida and finish up our residency. So now we apply for our permanent residency. So we're going to be all done with our temporary residency. So we're going to go to Progresso and get that done. We're going to go there, I think, on Monday, or no, sorry, Sunday. This coming up Sunday, a week from today, we're going to go to Merida, spend a couple of days. So just before my friend Nathan arrives, we're going to go there and finish up our residency. So, and then that'll be it. We're done. So we'll just have to go get that done, and hopefully we can get it all done in one trip to the immigration office. Cross your fingers and pray for me. That's how we get it done in one trip. So, so yeah, our plan is to stay here for a couple of years anyway. I was telling the lady today, or when we checked into this house the other day, we just moved in here yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. We just moved into this house yesterday. So I was telling her that we plan on staying for a while. We did sign a year lease, so and my sister was like, "Well, it's the longest place you've ever stayed." And I'm like, "Is it?" I had to ask Jennifer, the boss. Oh yeah, it is. The only other one was 8 months. So yeah, we signed a year lease here. We reneged on a year lease at one of our first places that we rented here in Mexico because of failing internet and failing power that kept going out. And I keep reading comments in Chilem of all the power outages. I don't know why people live over there. Get the hell out of there. The power keeps going out. Why would you want to live there? Like I would never live there if the power keeps going out. Whatever, teach their own. All you got to do is go to into Progresso or Chicxulub, and the power is like 100 times better, And you're still like Progresso's fine, Chicxulub's is fine, whatever. Yeah, Chilem's power is crazy. I'd like to visit Singapore one day, man. One day, we're hoping to get over to Southeast Asia in a couple of years. So stick around and find out. You can come along with us. We'll see if we make it over there in 2 years. That's kind of the plan. That's the long-term goal. If you're here watching, you're hearing it straight from the horse's mouth. The long-term goal is to live in the Philippines for a while and then explore that part of the world over there in a couple of years. So we'll see how that goes. That is the plan. Yeah, I'm not into skiing. I don't ski. No, no skiing for me, man. Yeah, the Yucatan. Yeah, yeah, they like their red tape over there. No, no, no. You're still a Canadian citizen. You're still a Canadian citizen. You're just permanent residents of. You don't lose your. You'd have to give up your citizenship. We're not giving up our citizenship. So we'll always be Canadian citizens, man. Always, whether we like it or not. It's only if you give up your citizenship, which we're not doing. No, we're just going to be permanent residents of Mexico. We'll always be Canadian. Just they're stuck with us, man. Yeah, I've never been over there. I got a friend that I met through my YouTube channel. He's over there. I know a few people actually that are over there. So I started following them. Well, one guy has a YouTube channel. This my other friend, he doesn't, but he's a good friend of mine on Facebook. I watch his posts and whatnot. He's married to I'm not sure where she's from, but I'm thinking the Philippines is likely where we'll start. Like the Philippines, I heard that most people speak English there, so I think that's a good place to start. Well, good luck with that. No, well, we don't have to move back to Canada anyway. Even if we stayed, yeah, you don't have to move back to Canada. Yeah, I have no plan on moving back, man. None whatsoever. None, none, none. No plan on moving back. I love Canada. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, Canada is a great country. I'm just not crazy about the politics there. The country itself is amazing, you know. So, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it'll be nice. We won't have to worry about it once we could become permanent residents. So, not that it was really a big deal being temporary residents, but you just have to go back after that year and then extend it for the 3 years and then go back. So once this is done, then we won't have to worry about it. Yep, yep, exactly. Yeah, yeah, that's a good idea. Why not? The more passports you can obtain, the better for sure. Absolutely, 100%, my friend. That'd be cool. I'd love to go visit more places of the world. So, and after this, everything that's been going on, and I've been thinking about Southeast Asia for a while. So I've always been attracted to that part of the world, like videos and whatnot, and on TV. Like it looks really beautiful over there. The beaches look amazing. I've met a lot of Filipinos that I worked with, so that's why I think Philippines is a good starting point for us because we know people over there in that area. Being a cook most of my life, I worked with a lot of Filipinos, so and we like the food. We like the Filipino food. The Filipino people are super friendly. I love the Filipinos. They're super nice, super friendly. I've never met a Filipino that I didn't like. So they're just a very calm, friendly, hardworking people. So I enjoyed working with them. Like I said, I've worked with a lot of Filipinos throughout my life. So, and we know people like they have family and homes over there. So I think it'll be a good starting point. So, and then from there, obviously we'll go check out Thailand, Bangkok, and other areas in Southeast Asia, right? So, oh, sorry, I don't know, read all that. Yeah, you know where Canada's all right? Get out of the city, go to the small towns. It's the cities, right? The cities are shit. You got to get out of the city, go to the small towns, like where my sister lives out in Spruce Grove, where my mom lives. The smaller towns, the little farming communities. It's and in Ontario, any small town, anywhere is better. It's the cities that suck. You know, the worst. So yeah. Well, it really gets me is the drugs. The drugs. Never mind the rules. It's all the drugs. There's drugs everywhere, and it's so open. Like, and you don't see that here. You don't. So that's it. Yeah. It's night and day. It really is. Like compared to, it's really hard to explain to people the difference from living here in Mexico versus Canada. And US is just, totally different as well. And Canada is totally different. There's a lot of similarities, but Canada is so different than the USA, you know. So yeah, and living here is just, you know, yeah, it's very, very blessed to be here, that's for sure. Yeah, how come you had to leave for a break? What's up with that?
If you lived in Southeast Asia full time, you'd have to go to Western speaking countries for a break every couple times a year.
Oh, yeah, I like living in Edmonton. I did, but that was Edmonton's changed a lot even since we've lived there. And we lived on the north end of, like, we were on the edge of the city, so it really didn't even feel like we were living in the city. It didn't, because we were so far, in Lago Lindo out there. We were in our own little community. The Anthony Henday was like right a stone's throw away, you know. So I liked Edmonton. Edmonton was good to me. I worked at the mall at West Edmonton Mall, at Sherlock Holmes. I was kitchen manager there for over 5 years. I was a kitchen manager at Sherlock Holmes in West Ed, and Edmonton was good to me, man. I liked Edmonton. That was a good job. And I had a great job out in Morinville working for Sturgeon County. Like the last 20 years of my life, 15 years, the jobs that I had in Edmonton were like some of the best jobs I've had in my life, really. They really were. I had really good jobs there. I made great friends. I made good money. And yeah, my bosses were all great. Like, I just, again, not lucky, man, blessed. I was been really blessed to have I wasn't rolling in dough or anything, but we did all right, you know. I was happy. That's the main thing, right? Money's not everything. I was happy. I like my job, and that's a big deal when you like your job, right? When you like what you do, that counts for a lot, you know. And I did. I really, really liked the last few jobs that I had there. So I'm really falling behind in your guys' messages here. Where are we here? See that one? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Personally, I think that's the worst thing they could have done was legalize marijuana. I think that was a bad decision, but that's just my opinion. So whatever. Good way to dumb down society. Yeah.
He's asking if you mostly drove truck.
What's that, babe?
He thought you mostly drove truck. Your last job
Yeah.
that you did for 10 years was drive truck,
Yeah.
but mostly you cooked.
Yeah. Mostly I cooked. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I say 15
He
years.
can't hear me, so tell him what I just told you.
15 years. Yeah, I would look forward to get over to that part of the world. No, I mostly cooked, man. I was a cook most of my life. I only drove truck for probably in total, I would say, because I worked for Ivis too, hydrovac, and I drove for a little period there. Maybe 11 years I drove truck. 12. Yeah, maybe 11, 12 years. No, I worked in the hotel, so I mostly cooked my whole life. Yeah, it was mostly a chef, man. Stuck in the kitchen cooking right from the time I was 14 years old. Well, I started when I was 13, actually. 13 years old, started washing dishes, and I started cooking when I was 16, right till I was 40, basically. So that's what I did mostly was a cook. So it was just the last 11 years before I moved here, 10 years, 11 years. I was working for Sturgeon County out of Morinville, driving water truck, seasonal. That's another thing too. I was only working seasonal too, right? So I was only working the summer months. Yeah, I encourage everybody to get out and try somewhere new, man. And I think Mexico is on a lot of people's radar because you don't have to fly across the ocean. It's easy to get here. It's relatively cheap to get here still, depending where you're flying from. You can get some pretty good seat deals, especially if you're not bringing a whole bunch of luggage. Morocco would be cool, most definitely. Yeah, Brazil, that would be awesome. I'd love to go to all those places myself as well. I would love to. Yeah, Bulgaria. Yeah, that'd be cool too. Yeah, I'd love to travel the world. Nice. Yeah, never been. I'd love to go there. Iceland. I'd love to go to Iceland. Iceland is on my bucket list in the summer months because I'm Icelandic. On my mom's side, straight from Iceland. My grandpa on my mom's side. So my brother, he just sent me a picture of a skidoo he bought. A used one. Anyway, glad I don't need a skidoo. Yeah.
Well, that's good because I have no interest in Southeast Asia, but you sure want to go.
What's up? Oh, to Southeast Asia. Well, now I want to go there because the cost of living, it's cheaper there, right? So that's becoming a big deal now, right? It's not just because I want to go there, because from the research that I've done and what I've seen, it is a lot. It's cheaper there than here. So, and as we get older and want to work less, if you want to work less, go live where it's cheaper to live, so you don't have to work as much. I don't even know if I'd like it there. I have no idea. Yeah, yeah, Thailand, Vietnam. I'd love to see all those places too. But yeah, like I said, I have no idea if I'd even like it there. I know I like the people from the Philippines. I've never met anybody from Thailand or that area, Vietnam. Yeah, I hear a lot about Da Nang. I hear a lot about that place. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, and it still is. And I think my opinion is that, like on the Richter scale, Canada's always going to be up here for cost of living. U.S. is always going to be here. Mexico's going to be here, and Asia's going to be here, and everything's going to go up. But Asia's still going to remain the cheapest option, in my opinion. I'm not no expert. That's just what I think and what I believe, that it's likely going to still remain. As everything goes up, it's still going to be one of the cheaper options for retirement. So guess we'll find out soon enough. Like I said, 2 years, 2 more years. That's kind of our plan. That's what we've kind of put in motion a little bit. So if we stay in this house for 2 years, we're only paying 13.5. Rent's pretty reasonable here. We like it here. We got a pool. They say we got Cancun 30 minutes away. We want to go to the big city, bright lights of Cancun. We can go there. We want to go to Playa del Carmen, where it's really touristy. We can go there. I mean, we're going to travel around from here too. Don't get me wrong. Like, we're going to hop on a plane. I want to go back to Oaxaca City. I want to go see my friends there and go to Day of the Dead and fly around. Maybe go over to a few other places here in Mexico before we leave. Now the airport is on the north end of, the south end of Cancun. So when we drive into Cancun, we're going to hit the airport first. So the airport's not very far away, 25 minutes. We're at the airport, international airport in Cancun, and we can fly around Mexico. A lot cheaper to fly around Mexico than it is to fly around Canada, I'll tell you that. So we can hop on a plane. I think you can go to like Mexico City, for like a couple $100, 2-hour flight, and you're in Mexico City, So fly across Mexico in 3-4 hours, right? So go over to Acapulco, whatever. So that's kind of our plan while we're here, is to fly around a little bit more. So now that it's just the two of us, it'll be easier to fly. So we can hop on a plane and fly around. So that's kind of the plan. So that should be nice. We'll be able to say we can go over to Acapulco, we can fly to Mexico City, we can fly wherever, So up in Bulgaria instead. That's funny. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, I'm sure like Singapore. Yeah, you get into places like high-end places. Yeah, that's going to be can be expensive for sure. Yeah, that's kind of the research that I've done too. Just depends where you are. In that part of the world. Yeah, I think so. We enjoy the slow traveling. We really do, because it gives you a chance to see an area, right? That's why even when we went to Oaxaca City, we were there for 4 months. It wasn't a long time, but it was long enough that we got to explore that area, So, I mean, when we go for a year, it gives you a lot of time to see the area, not just your little bubble. A couple of weeks, you're just seeing very little, right? Maybe you go for a month or two, you're not really settling in. You need to stay longer than just even 2 months. My opinion, anyway. You can only see so much, right? And it gets to be a bit daunting, traveling around, moving around so quickly all the time. So you have that. If you're there for a year, 8 months or more, you got time to rest up and relax, and still go out to the local restaurant and, the local markets and stuff like that. And then you can start going out and exploring the area, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 miles in that vicinity where you're living, right? That's, that I really, really, really like that. So it's been quite an experience, guys. Like the last 4 years has really been a whirlwind. I can't believe it's going to be 4 years here right away. October 16th to be 4 years in Mexico, man. High five. 4 years in Mexico. Coming up here right away, October 16th. So hallelujah. My biking friends would tease me about that. Hallelujah. As I'd always say that wherever we're biking. I get to the top of the hill, I'd be like, hallelujah. I made it to the top of the freaking hill and I didn't die. Jesus didn't come take me away. That's kind of a little running joke of my hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yeah. The slow traveling is definitely the way to go. Yeah, I would love to check out Bulgaria. Maybe I'll do some research on Bulgaria for sure. Yeah, I do kind of miss the seasons a little bit. Like, I wouldn't mind, like a couple days of fall, maybe 2 days of winter where it cools off a little bit, but wouldn't kill me. But I don't want 8 months of it. 8 months of winter. Yeah, Italy would be freaking pretty cool to see. No doubt about that. Yeah, time does fly when you're having fun, man. Absolutely. For sure. 100%. Hallelujah. Yeah, it's really been an amazing adventure. We've seen a lot of Mexico. I mean, there's lots we haven't seen too, obviously, right? There's a lot of YouTubers here have been all over. So, but we've covered some ground, no doubt about that. Definitely covered some ground. I tell people we drove from we're living in Huatuco. You look on the map in Huatuco, and then go look on the map from Huatuco to Puerto Morelos, where we drove across Mexico, man, from one side of the coast to the other. It was a long haul. So it was good though. We had a good trip. It's all on video. It's all recorded. It's all coming out, man. Eventually, soon. It was a good trip. It really was. We drove the first day. We drove 11 hours to Villahermosa. Spent the night there, and then from Villahermosa we drove to Merida. It was roughly 8 hours. It was a short day that day. We stopped and had a beautiful lunch in just outside of Campeche. Some fresh seafood, fresh shrimp right on the Gulf of Mexico. Right at the ocean was right there. It was nice. I found it on Google Maps. That's what I do, man. I go on Google Maps and I'll look for a place. Okay, let's stop here for lunch, and I find a place that's got 5 stars. I'll read a bunch of the reviews, and yeah, that looks good. Just flip through a few places on Google Maps, and yeah, we went there. It was absolutely amazing. It was so good. And then so from there we drove the next day, 8 hours to Merida, and then we spent almost 7 days in Merida with our dear friends Jorge and Jessica and their beautiful home that they have there. So that was really nice, and a little Jorgito. So we had a good time. Me and Jorge got out, did some fishing, and went to Texas Roadhouse. First thing we did was I said, we got to go to Texas Roadhouse, man. I got to get some beef. Need some good Texas beef. So off we went to Texas Roadhouse, and yeah, it was nice. It was nice to be back there. It really was, man. I missed the Yucatan. I loved living there. I did. It's hotter than hell there, but we made some really good friends there, and it kind of felt like home when we got back there, to Merida, and went to Progreso, visited some friends out there. And I didn't see as many people as I wanted to, but we were staying with George and Jessica, so I kind of wanted to just devote my time to them. And we saw a couple of other people, and Riley and Asander come over with the baby, But there was a lot of people we didn't see too. But it was nice. We had a great time, and we'll be back because, like I said, we're only 4 hours away, right? So, which is nice, 4 hours, and we're in Merida, down the super highway there. And maybe one day we'll even take the train. I want to do the Maya train too. That's another thing. It's on our list too. So we're gonna do the Maya train. So check that out. I know a lot of YouTubers have already done it and been there, but we got to experience it for ourselves. So we'll go check that out. Give you our spin on it. I know it doesn't have Wi-Fi, which is kind of crappy. I don't understand why. I mean, you can hop on the Addo bus, and it's got Wi-Fi all the way to Merida. So why doesn't the train have Wi-Fi? It's supposed to be this new age, fancy, high technology, high speed rail, and it doesn't have Wi-Fi on it? Like, come on, give me a break. Oh well, whatever. So we'll go check it out. Maybe they'll get Wi-Fi on it before we go on it. So I actually have to download some movies, and so you're gonna hop on this train, and there's no internet or no TV or nothing. It's gonna be a long trip. Download some movies off Netflix, I guess. I like to say maybe they will have Wi-Fi on it by the time we take it, so it'll be a while. But that's on our list too. And then, like I say, go back to Merida, so visit there. So yeah, it's you boys and girls that are watching from Edmonton, from Alberta, there, it's only 8 o'clock. So I wanted to go live today before it got too late. So when I look at the clock, I'm like, oh, it's only 7 back home. Well, let's do the live stream now. So, oh yeah, the food in Italy, I bet, is amazing. I love making pasta, cream sauce. Cream sauce is like my favorite thing to make. I make pretty good sauces, man. Soup and sauces. I'm killer at making soups and sauces. Well, everything I make is pretty damn good, to be honest with you. But I make good sauces, man. Good cream sauce. So a little trick you can use for cream sauce is you use whipping cream. Use real whipping cream and reduce it, and add a little spice in there. We used to make, when I worked up in Nunavik, we'd make homemade Caesar dressing. So you're making basically homemade mayonnaise, right? People don't realize how much oil goes in mayonnaise. It takes a lot of oil to make mayonnaise. I watched this girl on TikTok. She was making mayonnaise, but she used a whole egg. I've never seen that before. Must be a new thing because we've only ever used the egg yolk to make mayonnaise, use the egg yolk, not the whole egg. So, but anyway, then I learned from a European chef when I worked in Nunavut. I worked up there for 5 years, and we used to make homemade Caesar dressing. It takes a lot of oil anyway, and the people were losing their minds how much oil she put in this mayonnaise. I'm like, oh, you've obviously never cooked and never made mayonnaise before, because it takes a lot of oil to make mayonnaise. And when you're making Caesar dressing, that's basically what your base is basically mayonnaise at the start. And then you add the anchovies and the garlic and all the other spice, right? Now you got Caesar dressing, not mayonnaise. So anyway, I love cooking, man. I do. I enjoy it. That's one thing I love about this place here too. It's got the L shape or U shaped kitchen island. So it's got a nice countertop, big U shape, really nice. So the whole one side is totally empty for prep and stuff. I love it, man. This is one of the nicest kitchens we've had. So that'll be nice. The home itself is not huge, but with only the one bathroom. The bedrooms are kind of small. This space out here in the living room / dining room areas, it's not a bad size. I mean, it's good enough for me and Jennifer. The kitchen is freaking nice, and 2 sinks. It's got dual sinks. That's another thing that we haven't had in a long time. Dual sinks, so that's nice. Dual sinks. Getting a brand new water pump put in. Oh, heaven, heaven. Now that I can say, I feel lucky that I'm getting a brand new water pump. I feel lucky I'm getting a brand new water pump. Where are we here? Yeah, 8:10. Yeah, well, 8:12 now. Yeah, that's what I use to make sauces, man. Cream sauce, whipping cream. That's where to go. Use that, reduce it a little bit. Like, yeah, that's the way to go, man. Yeah, put it in for sure, for sure. Hey, the camp fam, welcome, welcome. How you doing, man? Thanks for hopping on. Sorry, I'm behind in my messages there. Hey, my brother's on. Hey, Lynn. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for hopping on. Really appreciate it. Tortellini to die for. Yeah, I made Lynn tortellini lots. Chicken tortellini, man, with lots of mushrooms. That's one of my favorite dishes. Well, Lynn worked, my brother. He worked in Nunavut with me up there. He was up there working with me when we were younger. I brought him up there to work. We were both up there working for a while. He didn't stay as long as me, though. He couldn't hack it. He got the hell out. I was just telling him, he sent me a picture of his skidoo there. Looks pretty nice. It's all right. Yeah, tortellini is one of my favorite things. It's hard to find good tortellini here. Like, you could buy it back home, stuffed with veal, right? I've never seen it here, or stuffed with cheese, right? You can buy it here, but it's not as good as the stuff you can get back home. So I guess you got to go to Costco or Sam's Club. Maybe you might have the good stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of carbs, yeah, and a lot of fat. Yeah. I just watching this video. This guy was fasting. What the heck was it? Like 30 days or 15 days, or no, 5 days. And then another guy fasted for 30 days. I got to do a fast here. I want to try that, see how long I can go. If I can fast for more than, I almost made it 3 days. So I want to try to do some fasting here again. Yeah. I've put on weight since I've left Oaxaca because I haven't really done too much. So I said to Jennifer, looked in the mirror. We got one of those full length mirrors, and I got in front of that thing. I was like, oh my, getting a little belly on me here. Time to start doing some exercise. That's why I want to get that bike ordered. I haven't really been doing, I haven't been doing anything. Not really. I haven't been doing nothing other than eating. I haven't been eating that much, so it's not like I pig out or anything. And we don't eat a lot of crap. We try not to eat too much carbs. Yeah, the intermittent fasting is a good way to go too. I think my older brother, I think he only eats one meal a day a lot of times. So I would do, try to do 2 days at least. Yeah, the carbs bring you down. Like I feel bloated and sleepy. Yeah. Yeah. Eating tacos too. It's hard here because the food is so freaking good, man. Like, yeah, it's really hard. Yeah, Jen just lives life. She doesn't. Yeah. I fasted 3 times. I think about 3 times now. And 2 times I almost made it to, I made it over 2 days. It was like, or no, it wasn't 2 days. Sorry. It was like 36, 38 hours, almost 40 hours. I haven't made it to past 2 days, but it was over 36 hours the one time. So once you get over that initial hump, it gets easier. It really does. Yeah. Yeah. See, we don't use seed oil. We started buying, avocado oil. It's a healthier alternative, and I don't use a lot of it. So, but we've been cooking with avocado oil. Yeah, I thought I should do one meal a day. I could do that. Yeah, I could do one meal a day. Yeah, we don't buy the processed sugar. I use sugar in my coffee. I don't eat much for sugar unless I have a Coke or whatever. But I'm not eating. Like I don't eat cereal or anything like that. So and usually we're just meats and vegetables. There's sugar in everything. So we just eat meats and vegetables. I'm not getting a lot of sugar, but I do put sugar in my coffee. But I use raw sugar. So we've been buying raw sugar for quite a few years now. Hey, there's Roger. We love it here, man. Thanks for hopping on, my friend. Yeah, we're so blessed to be here, man. We really lucked out. So happy to be here. Okay, take care, Keith. Thanks for hopping on, my friend. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna we're going on over an hour here, so I don't like keep my lives for too terribly long. So thanks for sticking around, Camp Fam. Really appreciate it, man. Truly appreciate it. Truly appreciate it. Yeah, so Roger's in Veracruz, guys. Roger's Mexican American there, he's living the dream in Veracruz in Coatepec. So I met Roger when I was there. Roger's in a couple of videos. When I was Roger traveling around, he's a good guy. Roger likes his beer too. Who doesn't like a nice cold beer once in a while? Yeah, that's what I use, man. Is the avocado oil. It's a healthier alternative. Everything we eat's gonna kill us anyway, so I'll enjoy life a little bit. I don't mind black coffee, but I've had it before and I've drank it at work. If there's been no cream, no sugar, whatever, I'll drink black coffee. But I mean, I like to have cream and sugar. I should get in that habit of drinking black coffee, though. It's just to break that cycle, right? And like I said, I've had black coffee, and I actually don't mind it. The coffee here in Mexico is really good, right? So, yeah, just to check you out, yeah. Yeah, olive oil is supposed to be good too, but the research I did, I don't know. I'm not the best at it. The avocado is supposed to be even better. But yeah, just get away from that canola oil and that shit. So, I said it doesn't matter. Everything's killing us slowly anyway. All we can do is the best we can do. If that makes any sense. The best we can do. Yeah. Yeah, it's been pretty good here anyway, that's for sure. Everything's been going great, man. It really has. Not too bad, not too bad at all. We got the house all organized now. Well, Jennifer did. Jennifer does everything pretty much. Jennifer works her ass off. So I'm glad she's taking some time off work. So take a month off. Deserves a nice holiday. I think she hasn't really had a holiday since we moved here, other than a week, a week, 8 days or whatever. She's never taken more than 2 weeks off. She hasn't taken 2 weeks off in the 4 years we've been here. Back home in Canada, she'd take 3 weeks off. And since the 4 years we've been here, she's never taken more than 2 weeks. So that's why I told her when this contract was done, I'm like, take some time off, like take a month off. And now is the perfect time where we're moving, you know. So it's been really good. She said had a lot of time to come out with me. We've been going out together, going to the beach and going to the pool and just going out and doing shopping together in the daytime on a Monday or Tuesday morning, right? Going out and doing some shopping. Went out for breakfast the other day. I posted some shorts of that here, and then we were in our first day here. We went down to the beach, to Puerto Morelos, and checked that out. I'd been there for years. So, it was nice. Stopped there and had some lunch, and it wasn't that bad, really. I mean, typical beach prices, really. It wasn't crazy. So that's another thing about this area. You'll find a lot of people speak English over here because there's just so many gringos here, right? So you're going to run into a lot of Mexicans speak English, right? So versus say Jalapa, for example, you're not going to run into too many people in Jalapa that speak English. There's a few in Huatulco, obviously, and we did meet some people in Jalapa too. But over here, there's even more people that's more locals speak English here. Our neighbor at the Airbnb, he works out at the resorts, and he started speaking English to me right away. He's a really nice guy, young guy there with his wife and a young kid. Just the three of them, I think, and they got a dog. And he come over, and he was on his way out the door going to the grocery store, and he asked us if we needed anything from the grocery store. He's like, hey, I'm going to the grocery store. You guys need anything? No, we're good, man. Thanks for offering. No. So nice guy, super nice. Hey, there's crazy boy. Well, shit, I was just gonna log out, and the party's here now. Oh, you changed your profile picture there too. What do you got going on there? Something live on live. I can't read that. That's not you. Oh, thanks for hopping on, man. Appreciate it. Truly do. So yeah, we're just shooting the shit, man. Just talking about being here in Puerto Morelos on the Caribbean side of Mexico, living our dreams. So this, guys, this was really the end game for us when we moved here, was to live here on the Caribbean coast. This was the end game, was to end up here living eventually. So now we're at our end game here. This was it. This was our destination where we wanted to plant ourselves, right? Then we got sidetracked by going to Merida, and then got sidetracked going to Veracruz when I seen my friend. Well, we were working our way to Oaxaca, right? Like our goal was to go to Oaxaca, travel around Mexico, and work our way to Oaxaca, which we did. That was kind of high up there on our bucket list, and man, I'm glad we did. Oaxaca is like no other state. Like, I've only been to so many states, but Oaxaca is definitely somewhere special. The locals are flocking to Oaxaca to visit, man. Like for the food, the culture, the beaches. Like the locals are going there for holidays to go to Oaxaca. That's where they're going. Lots. It's super busy there, with locals because the food. The food is amazing. The culture, the history, it's got the mountains, it's got the clear beaches, it's got it all. I can't say enough about Oaxaca. It's absolutely amazing. And I'm so glad that we went there and spent the time there that we did, because it was well worth it, man. And I want to go back. I want to go back. Made some amazing friends there. So yeah, Oaxaca's as far as food goes is number one. Veracruz is the best coffee, and it's a toss up really between the beaches, because Huachuco's got some pretty nice beaches, man. Like, it's right up there with the Caribbean. It really is. Like, they're pretty nice. You can go snorkeling over there. They don't have the nice reef system that they do over here, but it's pretty freaking nice. It's pretty freaking nice. So definitely give it that. That's for sure. Oh, it is the same picture? Oh, you and Jay Leno. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I remember that picture. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but it's like from 20, 30 years ago. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, it's definitely, well, so is Jalapa, though. Coatepec, where you're living too, Roger, is pretty authentic Mexico. Can't get any more authentic than Veracruz, man. Jalapa's it's high up there on my list of places to go to. I love being in Jalapa. Jalapa's actually one of my favorite place. For me, I would go to Jalapa. Jalapa just has it's got a special place in my heart too. Jalapa, I loved it there. The rainforest, the mountains, the food, the people, the culture. Every day is just, it's just so authentic. No gringos. It's very, well, except for Roger, he's there. Not very many gringos around Jalapa though. That's kind of nice, except for Roger. So, yeah. And the cost of living is pretty cheap there too. So you want to live somewhere cheap in Mexico, just go to where there's no gringos, and it'll be cheap. Get away from the beach, basically. Get away from the beach and go where there's no gringos. Mexico City would be expensive. There's a lot of expensive places inland as well, but if you go to where there's no gringos, it'll be cheap, like Jalapa, Coatepec. Shit, what were we paying in Coatepec for rent there? It was high for Roger by Roger's standards, because he's Mexican, so he gets the good deals. We're getting the gringo prices. We weren't paying much in Coatepec. I think it was like 7,000 pesos or something, 8,000. Wasn't much. I think we got a pretty good deal here, though, for what we got. We got a brand new house here. It's only 3 years old. It's all modern, hot water out of every tap, nice tile. It's a beautiful home. It really is. It's nice, very modern. 13,500. You can't beat that price. You just can't beat it. Like I say, it's cheaper here than Huachuco, and more bang for your buck than Oaxaca, and it's cheaper than Merida. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Cheaper than stop. That's an advertisement. I was trying to bring up my exchange thing there. Oh my god. Yeah, this darn exchange app that I have, it's got to play you an advertisement. It's got to get their money before it works. Makes you watch a stupid ad. I just wanted to see what is that today. Yeah, so it's no, the dollar got better. It's not even $1,000. We're paying $973 today. Today it's only $973 a month for rent Canadian. So, or $700 US we're paying for rent. 700 US. Hey, Magic Crate. Hey, brother. How you doing, my friend? Long time. Oh, wow. Thanks for hopping on, buddy. We're just talking about you. Yeah, exactly. Same in most countries. Yeah. Yeah, nice to be back in the tropics. You got that right. Yeah, no, we're extremely happy to be back here. Like I say, this was the end goal, man, was to live over here. I never, excuse me, I never thought it was going to be Puerto Morelos. So I thought we'd be living in either Playa del Carmen or Cancun. And then when we found this little gem of a place, I'm like, oh my God, this is perfect. The only thing it doesn't have, like, that, if it had a gym, it'd be 100% perfect, like an indoor gym with AC. It would be 100% perfect, but it doesn't have that. But other than that, it's pretty darn close to being perfect, man. Pretty darn close. And I was just saying how much our rent was, in case you missed it. So we're paying 13.5. Oh, okay. I forgot to add in the shit. Yeah, so I guess it is 1,000. I've got the 500. Yeah, so 1,010. Sorry, 1,010 today. We're paying for rent, Canadian, or 730 US dollars for a 2-bedroom brand new house that's only 4 years old, 4 years old, with a beautiful swimming pool. Beautiful swimming pool. Big swimming pool with a palapa. It's got showers over there, bathrooms, seating area. It's got a clubhouse, an outdoor clubhouse that you can use to have a party if you want. You just got to let them know you don't pay nothing. Maintenance and everything's included in the rent. We don't pay no extra for nothing. And they've got palapas over there. There's Wi-Fi over there at the pool. It's like a resort. It's like we're living in a resort. There's everything over there. All the beds, palapas, tables, chairs, cord plugins, power out there, and every palapa around the pool's got a plug in there. It's it's freaking nice, man. It's really nice. It's like we're living on a resort. Yeah. What did I miss about Wise? Why are you talking about Wise? Did I miss something? How do we get talking about Wise? No, I do have one. I posted it online. On Facebook, I posted my video of the house. I haven't posted on YouTube. Yeah, I do a lot of stuff on Facebook first. So Facebook is where you're going to get the really inside information. So I haven't posted a video of the house yet. I have sent it to some friends and some family members, and I did post it on Facebook. So 2 minutes short or whatever. Well, we signed a 4-month lease in Oaxaca. It depends, right? You can sign a lease, just ask. You could probably get a lease for a month, right? Yeah, you could get a short lease. The shortest that we've done is 4 months, and that was in Oaxaca City. So I had no problem with it. Oh, for the currency. Yeah, well, I just use this app to tell me the up-to-date currency. I don't know whatever app it is, currency app. So it tells me the. I like it because this one, it shows you all of them. So you just have to type in, like, say, the Mexican peso, and it gives me 4 options to choose from for other currencies, and I just type in once, and it shows me Canada currency, Mexico currency, and one other one. I don't know. I don't have. I don't know what it set up the other one, but Bitcoin. It's got Bitcoin. Yeah, I got Bitcoin set up there, so I've got it set for the 4 currencies: Mexico, Canada, U.S., and Bitcoin. So, but I can change it to whatever I want. So. But I like this app just for that reason. I've only got to type in the peso once, and it gives me the exchange for all of them right there on the screen. I don't have to type in, for each time for each currency. So I'm sure you could just log online and do it too, right? And get the same thing. But this is an actual app on my phone. So, and I've had it for quite a while, so it's kind of like using it. But it does have advertisements on it when you first open it, and it's not all the time, and they're usually like 15-20 second ads, right? Like Facebook now is just full of ads. Everything's all ads now. Like YouTube, everything's full of ads. So yeah, that's it, man. Here in Puerto Morelos on the Caribbean side of Mexico. Finally, living our dream. That's it. Very happy, excited to be here. No doubt about it. Yeah, and then you have to have, yeah, we don't use Wise, so I have no reason to use Wise. I know it's pretty popular. A lot of expats here, gringos use it. People that don't have a bank account, right? The Mexican bank account are using Wise. So we have a Mexican bank account, so we don't have to use that. So we just transfer our money from Canada straight to our Mexican bank account. You don't have to worry about using that, which is nice. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna log out, man. I'm gonna call her a night. It's been over an hour and a half here. So it's going on 9:30, 9:37 here. Thanks for hopping on, guys. Really appreciate it. Really, really, Jennifer and I appreciate your guys' support. Thanks for all the love tonight. Means a lot to both Jennifer and I. She's in there reading the comments, relaxing in bed. I don't know what the excited Jennifer looks after that. I don't know what the exchange is from our bank. What's the exchange from our bank? She doesn't know. I don't know.
I don't look at the exchange. When we need money, I send it.
Yeah, it's like gas. We don't really look at it because you know we need it, so we just do it, right? Don't really pay much attention to what the exchange is. I know we didn't open our bank at the branch that we're at because it gives such a great exchange. We just open it there because it's convenient, and the banks are all over Mexico, the BBVA. So, and it's like gas, right? You know, I need gas. I don't. Doesn't matter what the cost is. I gotta get it. So I just put it in my card. I'm gonna look at the price, and it's kind of like that with the banking. I mean, save a penny, you know. Anyway, God bless, guys. Adios. Hasta luego. Thanks for hopping on. Appreciate you guys all. Be kind to one another as always. I can't say that enough. I just want to be a better person tomorrow than I was today. Peace, guys. That's supposed to go like that, I guess. Apparently, this is bad, I guess, for some reason. I don't know. Whatever. Adios. Hasta luego. Jennifer says goodbye.